XRP co-creator David Schwartz has called out what he sees as a sneaky tactic used by anti-crypto media. Yes, the same crowd that's been relentlessly pushing a negative narrative about crypto for years. These are the folks who wouldn't blink an eye if your shot at life-changing wealth through crypto vanished overnight. In fact, they might even celebrate it, regardless of the financial hardship it could cause you. Tired of fake gurus who claim to be expert traders but never trade live? I trade live on the second largest crypto exchange, where everything is transparent and results can't be faked. For over 440 days, I've consistently closed every month in profit. In the last 90 days alone, my followers have earned over $34,000 in profits, with only 4% drawdown. Verified results, not empty claims. Want to see my verified stats? Click the first link in my profile and start copying my trades for free today. But here's the silver lining. Momentum is shifting, and I'm diving into some game-changing updates in this red-hot moon Lambo jam. Before we continue, though, let me be crystal clear. I'm not a financial expert, not offering financial advice, and you absolutely should not make any investment moves based on what I say. Cool? Let's roll. Alright, let's take a trip down memory lane. Do you remember November 21st? That's the day Gary Gensler dropped the bombshell, announcing his resignation as SEC chair. And boom! XRP's price started pumping, almost to the exact minute. Wild, right? It wasn't even XRP-specific news, but hey, the markets were in full-on euphoria mode back then. November 21st was electric. And let's not forget, XRP had been in the SEC's crosshairs for ages. So the idea of a shift at the SEC was all the market needed to scream, "Take my money." Now here's a thought. What happens when we finally get a pro-crypto SEC chair for the first time in history? I'm not saying it's happening tomorrow, but you know it's coming. Sure, the market's been moving sideways, a little down, and yet XRP is crushing it, outperforming like a champ. And let's not forget, we're still in a bull market. It's not over, folks. So imagine the market bouncing back hard, and then, bam, news drops about the first ever crypto-friendly SEC chair. What kind of fireworks would that ignite? It's not a matter of if, but when. Just take a look at this Cointelegraph headline. Paul Atkins edges closer to taking the reins as SEC chair, but not without a few bumps in the road. A Senate committee hearing is reportedly set for March 27th, bringing Atkins, known for his crypto-friendly stance, one step nearer to leading the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Nominated by President Donald Trump on December 4th, Atkins's journey has hit some turbulence, with financial disclosures tied to his billionaire in-laws causing delays. The struggles of navigating billionaire family ties. Sounds exhausting, right? But let's be real, they're probably ironing things out behind closed doors. Back to the story. While it's unclear if the White House has submitted the necessary paperwork, Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Chair Tim Scott seems keen to keep things moving, eyeing March 27th for the review. Semaphore's Eleanor Mueller noted on March 17th, no clarity yet on whether the committee has Atkins' paperwork in hand, but this is the most progress we've seen so far. I'm not saying it's set in stone, but you might be getting some really exciting news sooner than you think. What if that's the turning point for the market to finally bounce back? Plenty of analysts are buzzing, predicting the market could take off any moment, with Bitcoin leading the charge. And you know what comes next. Altcoin season. That's where the real magic happens, especially with XRP in the mix. Now imagine this all kicks off on March 27th. Could this be the moment where it becomes crystal clear that the whole SEC Ripple drama is fading into the rearview mirror? Remember when Gary Gensler announced his plans to step away and XRP skyrocketed? And that wasn't even XRP-specific news. Makes you think, doesn't it? On top of that, there's been a flood of whispers. Call them rumors if you want. But credible sources and seasoned journalists are reporting that behind the scenes, the SEC and Ripple are close to wrapping up their appeal saga. If this is true, we could be on the verge of something big. Fox Business journalist Eleanor Tarrant recently broke a major story, sparking fresh buzz in the crypto world. Another name making waves is Andrew Parrish, someone well known for his insider connections and knack for breaking news. I mentioned him in another video because, according to his sources, the lawsuit could be wrapping up soon. Imagine if that actually happens. How would it impact XRP's price? It's anyone's guess, but one thing's for sure. Legacy media won't miss a chance to throw shade at us. They won't win, of course, but you know I'll still call them out on their nonsense. Switching gears, here's something wild. David Sachs, the White House's so-called crypto czar, just made headlines. Working under President Trump, Sachs shocked the community by reportedly dumping Bitcoin, Ether, and Solana, The twists just keep coming in this space, makes you wonder what's next. Wow, that sounds intense. So, you're saying the so-called crypto czar, the guy tasked with shaping the future of crypto, is out here dumping his holdings on the market? Sounds like a textbook conflict of interest, right? Well, that's exactly what legacy media would love for you to believe. But hold on. Reality tells a different story. David Sachs wasn't having any of it. He fired back, sharing this. Why does the media always try to drag crypto through the mud? I didn't dump my cryptocurrency. I divested it. Obviously, I'd rather not have, but government ethics rules required it. Serving President Trump and the American people is an honor. And that's the truth, plain and simple. It wasn't a choice. It was a condition of taking the job. Oh, and let's not forget, this guy is already loaded. We're talking about someone with $200 million in crypto holdings. He let it go. Walked away. Can you believe it? I don't know the exact mix of what he held, but think about it. Crypto's only climbing higher and higher. A 5-fold increase could have meant $1 billion. And yet he gave it all up. Sure, there's more to life than money, and he's already wealthy enough to never worry about bills. He's not going to be dumpster diving anytime soon, but still, that's a massive sacrifice. No two ways about it. A bold, jaw-dropping move. And why? To work for Trump, only to be torn apart by the media. That's the thanks he gets. Headline after headline ripping him to shreds. What a mess. Honestly, I get it. I feel for him. The truth is, a lot of this backlash isn't about him personally. Let's face it, many in the legacy media aren't exactly shy about their dislike for Trump. And since Trump's pro-crypto, well, it's open season. Crypto? Bad. Trump? Worse. It's all connected. It's really not that complicated. Biden's administration leaned anti-crypto, plain and simple. That was their side. They lost. Now the pro-crypto crowd is in charge, and guess what? They're tearing the old narrative apart. It's not exactly rocket science, at least in most cases. David Schwartz, co-creator of XRP, nailed it perfectly. He pointed out how sneaky language shapes perception. Notice the dishonest trick of using loaded words to make innocent, even ethical behavior look shady. Someone you dislike doesn't make agreements. They conspire. They don't politely request. They demand. And they don't divest for ethics. They dump. Spot on. This is exactly why legacy media is collapsing. They're digging their own grave, and honestly, good riddance. They've earned it. If you're in crypto, this is all crystal clear. The narrative is shifting, and they're being left behind. We're living in a fascinating world, aren't we? No matter what, we're going to thrive. But stories like this really highlight why crypto is such a game changer. I don't often talk about this particular aspect, but it's worth shining a light on. Think about it, being your own bank. That's what cryptocurrency and blockchain technology make possible. It's not just a buzzword, it's real, and it matters. Sure, I take it for granted sometimes, but the truth is, this capability can make a huge difference. People get blindsided, whether by businesses, governments, or other forces. But with crypto, you have the power to take control. You hold it, you spend it, you manage it. No middlemen messing things up. It's transformative, and it's no exaggeration to call it world-changing. Crypto is here to stay, and XRP is playing a massive role in that future. The story I'm about to share is a perfect example of why this tech is so crucial. It's wild, honestly. The post comes from Haley Lennon, a well-known attorney in the crypto space. Here's what she had to say. Just a friendly heads up. The money in your bank account isn't really yours. Last week, California's Employment Development Department, EDD, swooped in and drained $8,000 from my personal savings. Why? They mistakenly assumed my family's Maui hotel, yes, the one destroyed in the Lahaina fires in August 2023, was still running. Today, they told me they thought we were still paying California employees and just decided we were dodging taxes. Can you believe that? They didn't check, didn't confirm, just assumed. Oh, the money's not coming in? Must be something shady. Let's take it. Classic California logic. And listen, California is stunning. The weather, absolute perfection. A dream destination. But for those living there, my heart goes out to you. It's not the place. It's how it's run. This isn't just incompetence, it feels like something out of a dystopian novel. Seriously, this is the kind of nonsense you'd expect from a state with unchecked power. Beautiful California managed like this? Taking money from someone's account without even notifying them? That's absolutely wild. If anything screams the need for crypto, it's this. But here's the kicker. She tells me, I wasn't even an owner or employee of that business. Let that sink in. The government just pulled money from her personal bank account because they assumed a company her family once operated was still active after a fire burned it down. That's absurd. Thankfully, she had solid documentation proving the hotel was gone for good and that the levy on her account was a mistake. After countless phone calls and emails, she's finally getting her money back. But it begs the question, how secure is your money in the bank if it's this easy for someone to just take it? If that's not the ultimate case for crypto, I don't know what is. Honestly, it's exactly why I'm so bullish on XRP. You could argue for crypto in general, sure, but XRP is where my head's at. Why? Because XRP is the payment tool. It's what Bitcoin aimed to be. A true peer-to-peer cash system, but fell short, becoming more of a store of value. XRP, it delivers. It's fast, efficient, and perfect for payments. Imagine settling transactions in real time, with fees so tiny they're just fractions of a penny. That's not just innovative, it's game-changing. So why not diversify and put some of your money into crypto? The answer couldn't be clearer, yes. Crypto is here to stay, and XRP is already emerging as one of the big early winners. Here's another reason to pay attention. According to Stablecoin Telegraph, stablecoin market structure bills are on the horizon. US Representative Ro Khanna, speaking at the Digital Assets Summit on March 18th, expressed confidence that Congress will pass both stablecoin and crypto market structure bills this year. Khanna also highlighted that 70 to 80 Democrats now recognize how stablecoin legislation can expand global access to dollars and strengthen American influence worldwide. I'm glad to see the numbers trending up, but let's face it, most Democrats in Congress just aren't on board with crypto yet. And honestly, it shouldn't even be a partisan issue. But here we are. It's a frustrating stance, totally out of step with the facts and the future. Somehow, crypto got dragged into political tribalism when it has no business being there. The truth is, time is on crypto's side. Adoption keeps growing. It's creeping into everyday life, and as younger, tech-savvy generations enter Congress, the tide will turn. Eventually, we'll reach a point where crypto is just a no-brainer, as uncontroversial as investing in gold or the stock market. It's inevitable, but for now, many Democrats haven't caught up, and it's a bad look, strategically and factually. This stance didn't do them any favors in the last election, but hey, they'll figure it out eventually. The writing's on the wall, the momentum is building, and the future is clear. It's just a matter of time before everyone agrees. Crypto isn't going anywhere. This isn't going anywhere anytime soon. And here's why I wanted to shine a spotlight on this. It's a massive win for Ripple. With the launch of RLUSD, Ripple's stablecoin, it's also a win for you if you're holding XRP. Why? Because XRP is the backbone of RLUSD on the XRP ledger. Every single transaction involving RLUSD requires XRP. It's literally baked into the code. Everything we've been waiting for is finally unfolding, step by step. And let's not overlook the timing. Having the first pro-crypto administration in history in power right now, that's a game changer. I'm not diving into politics here, except where it collides with the economy, finance, and crypto, because that's my lane. That's where I live. No matter how you feel about the rest of it, if you're into crypto, what's happening is undeniably huge. Whether or not it aligns with your politics, you have to admit, this momentum is good for crypto. It's good for all of us. And honestly, at this point, there's no stopping it. These are just a few stories I felt like sharing. They're fascinating, uplifting, and honestly, a breath of fresh air after years of dealing with nonstop chaos. It's like we finally flipped the script, and I couldn't be more thrilled about the change. Seriously, what a difference a cycle makes. But hey, quick reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't go buying or selling anything based on what I say here. That would be, let's just say, a catastrophically bad idea.